All right, it's Friday, 26. Not too bad out here. Just got out. Nicholas has not arrived yet. Pretty nice, pretty nice. It's not raining, not too bad. I'll pan around here just a little bit, give you guys a look. Got some pines out this way, pretty nice. A little swampy out that way to the northwest. Due north, big stand of pines, but over in this quadrant, southeast zone, we have some hardwoods, lots of oaks. So, I'm going to figure out where is going to be ideal. Haven't decided yet. But, wow, what a great day to get out. Just kind of take a look. Kind of cool, about 40 degrees out here. Not horrible, but certainly not warm, damp. Hopefully we can dodge a little bit of rain and snow for at least a couple hours. Try to get some shelter set up, as I did not bring a tent. Told myself I wasn't going to bring a tent this time, and then I was like, maybe you should just bring a one man just in case things don't go as planned. Well, I walked out without the one man, so here I am. It doesn't matter at this point. It's craft a shelter or die of exposure. So I'm gonna let you go. Catch up in a little bit. All right.
I sure do hope Andy remembers to come pick up my dog.
Tripod is going up.
When I get home.
Hopefully this is all halfway in frame. But we'll have to adjust here in a second.
Cameraman, not allowed near fire this time.
Whoops.
Right. Why not? Nicey nice.
Start with the Baldwin.
Yeah, I got the sound backwards. Motherfucker.
We'll have to bleep out Ronald.
Sorry about that. I didn't realize we were
Bleep, bleep. Bleep, bleep. Oh. Get this pinned.
This works out good. We're all nice and compact here, so when the bears come, they don't have to really travel far.
Right?
We're gonna try to be as,
You're very considerate to the wildlife. You're a true naturalist, Ronald.
I want to make it convenient for them. That is the saddest park job I've ever seen.
I'm going to have to bleep you out too.
Sorry. Sorry.
I mean, my channel is not set up for children, but you guys are not helping. Are you
That really blows. I could have sworn I put it in here. You got a little more? Pull your batteries though. Oh, no, wait, I got it. Yeah. Yep. Almost got pissed for a minute there. I lost my beer.
No.
My face got all red
No.
for a minute. I'm like, it can't be the empty can.
Credit to the artist, right? You know, and I was all for that until Lars.
To what?
Until the whole Napster thing.
Yeah.
It's like, man, just too far. Millionaires complaining about pennies is just unsavory.
Yeah, when you make $1.5 million for standing up on stage one night and singing,
More power to you. I'm glad you can.
and I absolutely, but don't cry that I didn't spend 55 cents to pay for one of your songs.
Yeah, exactly.
Come on.
But okay, I still. All right, so the weave, mostly successful. First problem is it's too narrow. You know, I had room to work with. It's wide enough for a standard pad, no problem. But there was no reason I shouldn't have put another bar down at that end and hung the end of this other pull here off, kind of like Nicholas did on his end. That would have given me another 5-6 inches at that end, and then open the head down here up, the head end, open that up another 5 or 6 inches, just for the sake of comfort. I have tons of line left, probably another 100 feet. This was probably about this is less than 100 feet of line in here already. And this weave, I think, can be tightened up better next time, but nonetheless, still successful. Not 100% satisfied, but that's what it is for right now. Okay, so what happened? This is not the same setup. No, because the other tripod was too tall, too weak, too far. Got on the other bed frame here. It was that side. Okay, back again. So again, new tripod height, much shorter, more in line with the existing structure. Redid the bed. Pretty good tension. Probably tomorrow I'm going to add one more line of binding here. It's a little wide over here, but it's much more comfortable with the CCF. Way more comfortable. Next, we're going to add the ridge pole, tarp it up, something similar to his setup, and we'll go from there. But new and improved design 2 hours later. All right, setup is almost complete. We'll tie it off a little bit tomorrow. We're going to add some post here probably tomorrow. Get this awning out, make that nice and taut back there. But good coverage. Awning's out maybe 18 inches, 2 feet from the edge of the bunk, the edge of the bed. We're going to probably wrap that tarp, or at least lay that tarp across there, just to even that out a little bit, although that is completely functional as is. Little extra space here, we'll call it the gear shed, utilizing that space underneath the rest of the tripod. Not bad, not great. I got a bunch of extra cordage. Left the ridge pole a little long, just to have something to hang some stuff on. Nicholas added some post over here. He already shot some video of his setup. Oh, a couple of beer cans. And of course, Ron. And got a fire going, not too shabby. Just about time to take a break here. Alright, so just taking a look now, panning around in reverse. Not bad at all. Not too bad. Beautiful day. Beautiful day. Turned out wonderful blue skies, a couple of fluffy clouds, no big deal, looks great. North Country Trail is a few hundred yards that way, 300-400 feet at least, probably 200-300 yards across the street. North side, we've camped there a few times. Perfect. tripod is now set up. We have bed frame in the works. Tripod there is about 10 feet tall. Storm giant size.
Right, I'm curious to see, once we get inside, what if we'd like to set up what changes we might make next time around.
Yes. So one of my mistakes was I put the ridge pull up and I didn't clean it before tying it up there, which I'm going to put my tarp on, and I don't want holes in it. Stupid. But it's cleaned up now with a little more extra effort.
Shrimp on campaign.
Superb.
Are you trying to see what religion your shrimp is?
You ruined it.
Right. You remember
No.
railroad tracks?
So we're recording now.
Railroad tracks. You can't put this on YouTube.
Railroad tracks. Fire, smoky fire. Not exactly what we're after. Got to get some hardwoods on here. We got mostly it's just a bed of pine ash, which we hate cooking on. Hate cooking on pine ash.
Yeah,
it's
it's
disgusting.
smoky.
Smoky. It's hard to cook with. It's disgusting. But here we got a nice sunset.
We do.
Kind of peeking
How
through
much
those
time
clouds.
would you say we have left?
I don't know. A couple hours maybe. I don't even know what time it is. Ron's out there harvesting some firewood. Camp's looking pretty good. One of the best setups ever.
It is.
I'm gonna pan out here, I think, and just take another look at this
Hey, what do you guys
from
think now?
from back here, and then we'll go back and we'll have a little question and answer session. You know, just two lean-tos utilizing a focal point.
We're going to show you how to do knots.
We're gonna show you how to do knots.
Show you how to do knots. Some of the basics. Top 5.
What are the top 5s do you think?
The bowling, I can't spell them out.
I can't actually pronounce
We'll
them.
show you a
No,
couple.
yeah. Which ones you use the most?
The overhand.
Yeah, of course. You know, it's funny that you say that because it seems so like amateurish, like you don't want. But
the
it
overhand, you can trust it. If you have a taunt line
gets it done, man.
and toggles. Toggles with the overhand work
Yeah,
just
like
fine.
you use
If
toggles
you
this time,
above-
right?
Get a
Had to
bite.
come back for something.
Where'd you use toggles?
I
Did you use toggles today?
I did. I used toggles here for my tripod.
Look, quick release on a tripod.
This
Out of
is-
all
this
things
is-
to quick release, he chooses the tripod that's supporting him
This
while
is
he
quick
sleeps.
release though.
I know it is. I
Right?
see that.
So I got a toggle here. I got a toggle. Come
Yes,
on.
I see it.
Come back.
Okay, we're following you. Yep.
I got a toggle here.
Yeah, I do like that.
I got a toggle here. And what I do is when I tie them, I actually twist them up really tight
I see
to
that.
the point where they're not going anywhere, dude. They can't. They can't
Right.
even spin.
Right. That's a great idea too.
Yep.
So what are these with these straps? I haven't seen you use these
These
before.
straps came with my Aqua Defender tarp.
Bushcraft
And
some
what
stakes.
happens is there's actually two.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, it's loops on each end with a buckle. Bam. When you want to get it loose for whatever reason.
Right.
Or adjust.
Adjust it. Yep.
Yep. But your steak's still on the ground.
Yes. I like that, definitely.
I bushcrafted my steak.
I did see that. Those were good steaks. I like the split steak method.
Steaks, and honestly, this with no paracord. I carry a lot of paracord. Now, like, dude, this is a lot right here.
Yes, it is.
It is.
It's 3 feet of paracord. Well, 30 inches maybe.
Yep. So this is pretty loose. I think I gotta tighten this up a little bit.
Yep, I have the same problem on mine. I put one in the back, but yep.
Now that I have my front set up, right? I got
Yes.
the two. Then I can maybe bring these back a little bit because I have enough coverage in the front.
Yes.
There's no way if it rains
There's no way you're getting wet.
that I'm getting wet.
Yeah, I tied off this end here.
Except for this hole right here.
Yeah, I was like, dude, we need to tie that off. Tomorrow we'll hang a board. We'll do a board from here down, and then we'll just
Do you want to cross?
and then we'll just do slats like the wiki up style.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm saying? At least
go all the way across like that?
no, just coming this way.
Just right here. Just
yeah,
this.
just covering this.
Dude, imagine if we were able to bring one down on a 45, right?
Yes.
And then you take the center, put a log to your tripod already existing,
Oh, open up a doorway.
and you're gonna have a doorway right here. So when you gotta take a piss at night, or
Clever.
it just gives you more room.
It does.
I can put my gear back here now.
Yes, pulling back those middle buttons that line is
Yep.
important. Yeah, I just did one in
You
the.
got this pretty tight. I like the center.
It's all right.
I like-
I'm gonna work on it tomorrow. I don't know about the bottom. I think the bottom needs to be tightened up for sure, but the wrap around here with the tarp to the front was pretty nice. The way this is zoomed in, you just get some extra coverage for your gear.
I like
it's
that.
pretty nice.
Compared to my setup, you have this little corner that's accessible.
Yeah, and I think the difference is it's
Oh.
just a longer tarp. So,
I-
but did notch out.
I think it's a leg of my
Did
tripod
notch
too.
all
the size.
these out every 5-6 inches. What'd you do with your tripod?
Well, I'm saying I think you have this not only because of the longer tarp, but because of your tripod. I think your tripod's a little more solid than mine. Mine's is probably a little too long, so it has to go out further.
Yes.
I don't have this.
Yep.
And my legs extend out beyond that. So what I was
Yes.
actually thinking is to do like a little table in the back.
There you go. Yep.
Right?
I see
so
that.
On my like the glow sticks you gave me.
Yep.
My lights.
That'd be a good project for tomorrow, for sure. I like it.
Yep.
No, that's super. Okay. Saturday morning. This is all going to come down. We're going to flip this tarp around so I can fold it under and bring it back underneath the shelter. This worked out fantastic though. The suspension system with these grooves notched in here, it held. I had none of this slipped. This was fine. All of this secure. The whole sleep system was the suspension. I had an extra 6x8 tarp with me, so I just put that underneath just for some stabilization. I folded the wool blanket around, CCF pad, air pad, Sea to Summit air pad, Celtic Cosmic 20, U of M hat. Pretty stable. Had a little tilting on this side, just a little bit, because I pretty much hacked through when I did my strapping over here. Not the best work. These knots are all garbage. A couple of toggles to make it look super fancy. Stupid. The only thing that I did that was actually pretty good was pulling the center back. Really helped stabilize the whole setup last night. No wind issues at all. But it's definitely going to flop this tarp, bring it back underneath, and see if that adds a little extra. Breakfast time. How'd you guys sleep last night?
Awesome. Excellent.
It's just making that up. Well, a couple of breakfast skillets, little Mountain House adventure meals. Ronald's set up over here. He may move. He may do this bushcraft thing. Something similar. Nicholas's. Little tall. Uh-oh. He's got some issues down there, but overall turned out pretty good. Okay. Inside, now the tarp goes ridgepole down to the edge of the sleep system. It's pulled out in the middle, and then we have enough tarp that it folds back under for the shoes and the gear, that kind of thing. Just did a double wrap on some number 9 bank line, twisted, and was able to put a Canadian jam knot in that, which worked pretty good. Nicholas is in the rebuilding stages. Just going to lower this. It was up a little high. Probably even go a little lower than where I have mine. Ronald decided he's going to jump in here and give this a shot using a different technique to wrap. He's going around once and then across the top. A little different. Nicholas wrapped his a little different. I, of course, did notches and then once around, and then I flayed it off, tied it together, and it worked well. What are you thinking with this?
Bipod.
Yes,
I was
yes.
trying to make a cut, but I was wondering if I could just go all the way up, but there's not really a point for it.
It's just easier. Maybe. Just go right to the ridge pole.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not? It's already in place. It's already in place. All right. All right, we're back. Ron now doing the cross grid, another 50-foot of line. So he should probably have plenty to do that. Good tension there, should be good. Nicholas struggling now with the tarp. He may not come out alive, we're not sure. It's a little long there. That you got like a 27-foot pole. Just giving you a hard time. Damn this blue tarp!
Fuck you, dude.
Beep! Alright, so Nicholas is now at the point where he's weaving. Doing a little different. Yesterday when I had smaller crossboards, I was running into problems. It was just wasn't enough. And it would actually pull the middles in. So he's starting in the middle, so whatever flexibility the boards may have, it's already going to be accounted for up front rather than starting at a more rigid end and then having the middles pull in, making the ends too loose with not enough rigidity. So a little bit different technique here. Plus he's going across and over, probably using less material. See how he just cinched that and that came in? Just loosens up. Probably less material, paracord to do this, pull cord. Ron's is a little different. Ron used a similar technique that I used when he did his cross weaving. Little loop and then pull it right through. You get a pretty good amount of tension like that. He also did this thing at the ends, which created some tension too. Kind of nice. Kind of nice. Oh, camera of a camera. In frame, in frame. Alright.
Take a look on the inside. So we had some webbing done, and it started. Where did it start? Right here. So we started forward and worked our way to the right, going under, over top, and then over again, and then bring it back over to the other side, underneath, over. You can see this one I missed a wrap. You only see one wrap, whereas over here the right way you should have two wraps. Yep, two wraps. And then this will slack a little, so what I did is I took some of this bank line and I have a tripod set up at this end and tied everything to the other, on the other end, to the tree. So bank line to the back leg of the tripod, pick up the lowest hanging piece, bring it over, and when you run your bank line through it, goes in between the two, wrap it around, and continue. This will create some tautness, and so far has worked for me. I'll get some video here of me getting up here in just a second. Thanks to the Dad Master who recommended, what is this called again?
Pull tape.
Pull tape. Super comfortable. When you're wrapping this, you know, don't be too concerned about getting this too taut, because ultimately it's going to be the bank line that's going to give you some strength in your bedding here, in your netting. We're now in the bed. I'm going to go ahead and sit up. I've wiggled this quite a bit. I've tested, stress tested, and so far it's worked out. I'm hoping in the middle of the night while it's raining that I don't have any issues, but it is possible. So in that event, I'm planning to probably go get another log of similar size just to have, and very comfortable. Very comfortable. I'd recommend this if you wanted to go have a bushcraft adventure. You're looking at about, for a first time, I don't know, 4 hours between gathering wood, cleaning it up, and hooking everything up here, tying everything up.
Well, welcome back. Here we are. It's Saturday afternoon. Gonna give a show you guys what's going on now. We've shifted camp significantly. Ron has removed his tarp from the tent zone. Has gone full bushcraft here. A little crazy, but I like it. First attempt, he comes out and just bangs this out. Actually, very, very impressive. Actually, very impressive. He does. He does the suspension style bed. Puts it together pretty well. He didn't have a full, like a 10 by 10 tarp, so he's cobbled this together, Frankensteined it together a little bit with a couple of 5 by 8s, and in all truthfulness, it's working absolutely fine. So kudos for him for having the innovation to do that. Over here, our setup's now cleaned up a little bit. My tarp underneath, much better than it was. Starting to get a little bit of hail. It stopped, but it's melting. It's melting down. You can see. Maybe that's it. But supposedly it could get kind of cold and wet, rainy. So we're gonna see how that goes. Hopefully we have enough cover. If not, I still have a 9 by 11 tarp down there, and I got one that I'm sleeping on just to even out the suspension system. Nicholas has another tarp there. So, I mean, we could tarp city this. It could look like LA pretty soon if we really wanted it to be, but I don't think it's going to be necessary. Got some oaks that we're working with this night for firewood. A little better yesterday in pure build mode. We really went with a lot of pines just because of the construction materials. It's just way easier to use than the hardwoods. Way faster, way easier. So we burned way too much pine yesterday, and it was too smoky and too ashy. This is mostly a pine pit right here. We're gonna get this all cleaned off and leave no trace, of course. But right now it's just burning itself down. There's still some smoldering pieces. New fire over here. We'll probably add a firewall, fire reflector, probably two, because I think that this fire is going to be V-shaped, and I think it's going to come from over here, and then from about that point we're going to bring it across, so that way Ronald will have plenty of heat, radiant heat, while he's under his tarp there. So overall, pretty great setup. I'm very pleased with the way the camp went. Very, very good. Very good. They had to leave. Yeah, Nicholas and I are almost done with our 30 packs. So, you gotta have enough step 2 to complete the mission here. So, there's that. And so I think they're gonna run and grab some more beers. So, get back to you. Bye. So I just wanted to point something out. I don't think that you have to spend a ton of money on gear to get out and enjoy some of the stuff outdoors, right? But I do know that there's certain things where I don't mind spending a couple extra bucks. I mean, we've all used these blue, Walmart style tarps, and they work great. I use them. I'm using one right there. It's gray, but it's the same kind of quality. And they just don't hold up, but they're cheap, so they almost feel disposable. Now you start getting into a better tarp like this Gold Armor tarp, nylon. It's okay, but it wets out. This tarp has wetted out here. Now I'm not worried about being rained on or anything like that, and I could always go through the trouble of spraying it down with some waterproofing myself. But here, I just want to point out, Ron had just picked up a couple of tarps. I'm not sure where he got them, if it was, Walmart or whatever, but, just the quality control when you start getting cheap tarps. Look at this. They packaged it this way with the seam being so hot. Seam was so hot that it had melted even when it was being packaged. And so now he's got a brand new tarp with bad seams. And that's the kind of thing where it just gets frustrated as a consumer, Especially people want to come out, they want to experience a little bit of, you know, a little less tent, a little less tent here, a little more creativity, you know, and then you get stuff like this. Now, everybody's a big fan of these little nylon tarps. These nylon tarps are fantastic. Look at the pooling. Look at that. Yep, this is I know we're picking these up at Walmart. I'm not sure. Probably get them on Amazon as well, but 5x7s, they just work great. Super light. They're super compactable. It's not a bad idea just to pack an extra one just because it's not going to kill you on the weight. Definitely isn't. Dead standing here. We'll probably push that into Ron's setup tomorrow. Maybe tonight when he's sleeping, just drop that dead standing into him. That'd be mean, but funny. Mean but funny. Nicholas has a setup here. I like how he always hangs this lamp here. Pretty cool. His radio, good setup. Got his coat hanging. He ended up doing an A-frame off this tree this time rather than trying to bind right next to the tree with a crossbar like I did. And it's much more effective. It's way easier to take the A-frame, get it secured, and then lean into the tree. And then your crossbars, you have so much more variety. It's so much easier. You got two pieces to bind to instead of trying to do the circumference of the tree. It's just way simpler, easier, more options. It's the way to go. So in the future, you know, just like I did at that end with the crossbar on the tripod, just like he did here, you know, in the future, it's going to be a pair of A-frames up to the tree. It just works out that much better. I do like, we have good coverage with the two tarps here. I ended up pulling this one under just a little bit. And this one's loose. This is loose. You know, we could tie this off if it gets really bad. No big deal, just pull it across the back. Not too bad. This is original notches for the original bed system I set up, but then I had to redo. That was fun. But I don't feel so bad because, you know, I had to redo mine yesterday. Both of these guys were busy today. Bron doing his first setup, and then Nicholas totally changed his whole setup around. Completely different. But overall, I think it's gonna be one for the successful camp checklist here. Very good, very good. Gonna probably get this fire set, get some coals pulled aside. I think it's steaks. I'm gonna do some stuffed potatoes, and should be a good meal. Good meal.